Hi, this is a video preview of the Digitel HT8400PVR. It's a brand new PVR on the market from Digitel. Basically got a lot of features for its price, which is what's so important. Costs around about the $319 recommended retail. You'll probably find it cheaper on our website. Unique features with this unit is it's effectively an all-in-one system. It does just about everything that you would want it to do. Network functionality for copying media files onto the device that you've downloaded. It has of course your time shift capability, variable time shift anywhere between 15 and 5 minutes from memory. Of course, as I said, the media player. So yeah, look, it's a fairly full featured PVR. Of course, twin HD tuners as well, so ability to record 2 programs at one time while watching a third, either pre-recorded or a channel from either of the 2 transponders that you're currently recording. So for instance, if I'm recording channel 10 and go, I could watch any of the other programs that come along with channel 10, say 11 for instance, or 1 HD. Same thing with go, I could watch that as well. Alright, so we'll just kick straight into it now. Well, I've been watching TV here for quite some time, just to demonstrate the time shift functionality. It's always time shifting this system, so you see there that I can rewind up to 16 speed during time shift. To reinitiate playback, I just hit the play button, and as you can see, we're back on TV playing as usual. It won't time shift across channels, so I don't think there are many PVRs that do that. There are a few. Picture in picture, of course, you can actually change the way that looks as well. You can, for instance, move it to various areas in your screen. We'll turn that off for the moment. Picture in picture is fairly obvious. Of course, you've got your ad skip functionality as well. Now, ad skip will work in increments, as I mentioned before, of anywhere between 15 seconds and 1 minute, and that's both forward and back. It's a one setting for forward and back. So as you can see, I've got it set to 1 minute at the moment, which is fine for me, and to initiate that, just hit the play button and that'll pull you straight back to that position. We've of course got full program information, so I'll just exit out of that menu. Full program information, obviously I press it once, I only get a little bit of information. I press it twice and I get the full EPG data, the EPG info that comes up. There's a few icons there that correspond to various things, or various resolutions, for instance, teletext, Dolby support, and of course the program rating, among others. So we'll just exit out of that. I'll show you the guide. Now this is a really important one, guys. This guide is actually pretty cool. You can see the program guide there. It's a grid-based guide at the moment. As I scroll between different programs, it will automatically change to the program information so that I know what I'm looking at. And I just hit the across button to move between the various programs in that grid, up and down to move through the different programs. And most importantly, you'll notice that when I get to the bottom of the list, it just goes back up to the top. That's quite unique. It's different. I mean, if some of you guys have seen the Magic TV previews, once you get to the bottom of the list, you've got to go straight back up again. Can be annoying. If I press the guide button again, I can go to a more traditional form of list-based EPG. So for those of you who prefer this way of browsing programs, you can of course do that quite easily using the list-based EPG. Most PVRs will come with a list-based EPG, so for those of you that are used to it, it's a handy feature to have. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to select a program to record, just to give you a demonstration as to how this works. We'll go Touched by an Angel, whatever that is. We hit the record button on our remote, choose single record. You'll notice we've got a bunch of options here. We've got option for once, daily, weekly, and you'll notice underneath we can choose the days of the week that we want to record. Weekend and weekdays, basically all weekend days and all weekday days, if you like. but for the moment we'll choose weekday. You'll notice the date isn't important, it automatically knows Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We'll keep scrolling through here. Once we're done, bit of a trick for young players, you just hit the OK button. It won't give us any feedback immediately, it'll take about 5 seconds, but once it's finished it'll then revert us back to the timer window. So we'll just try that now. Press OK on the remote, notice nothing really happens, just wait a few moments, and there we go. That's been saved. Now interestingly, this EPG will also detect conflicts of schedules, so you know, if you've got 2 or 3 programs or sorry, 3 or more programs set to record in the same time slot, the system will ask you which program you want to record, which one you can afford not to record. So that just keeps things nice and simple. So we'll just do one more. I'll press the guide button to go back to the program guide. One more time, we'll go with list-based EPGs. It's just, I don't know, for some reason it's probably just a little bit easier to work through at the moment. Monk, that will do. Press the record button, single record, and this time we'll just choose once. And if we're just happy with what we've got there, we don't need to edit anything. I just hit the OK button on my remote, and in a few moments, there you go, you've got the actual recording ready to go. The system will automatically turn itself on and off for those recordings, so you don't really have to be there in order for that to be managed. Now the next thing that we're going to do is I'm just going to exit out of this part of the system, and I'm just going to show you the menu. Where are we? Okay, so menu. You see we've got a whole bunch of different options. Not all of them are available now. It really depends on what part of the system that you're in. You can see it's a fairly clear layout in that respect. You can change options. One thing I didn't mention before, this thing supports all the way up to 1080p. We've only got it in 1080i for the purpose of this video on our recording device. Alright, so I'll just get back out of that. It's pretty simple stuff. It's where all the settings occur. Next one, the media button. Now, media button will take us to the media player. You can see that we've got the hard drive, the internal hard drive. You've got USB 1 and 2, so you can have 2 different hard drives if you like, or USB flash keys connected, and be able to play media directly from them. Incidentally, when you copy data from the network to this device, it will all go onto the hard drive. You don't need to be careful about the placement or the directory structures. Just copy it anywhere on the hard drive and you'll be able to navigate through that hard drive. So we'll hit the OK on that. You can see that I've got one folder there called the other guys. Now it's obviously it's not actually a folder, it's a movie, and you can see by the grey icon. If I hit OK to that, take me a few seconds just for that one to start. And once it starts, I've got all the same add, skip and fast forward functionality that the rest of the system entails. So up to 16 speeds, fast forward, and of course rewind. Once I'm at the position within the file that I'm happy with, I simply hit the play button to revert to playback, to full speed playback. Same thing with rewind, of course. Again, I've got your add, skip functionality, not really necessary for movies, but you'll notice that that's moving forward in increments of 1 minute. Okay, so now that we've got, or we've shown you the media player, we might just go back to, what should we do? We'll go back to television, I think. So you've got a hotkey, if you like, or a shortcut key for television. It's asking me to confirm, do I want to stop playing? Of course I do. Now, incidentally, when I do have recordings occurring, and I might actually just set one to record instantly right now, you'll notice obviously I've just brought up an information panel. If I press the info button again, it'll actually tell me up the top right hand corner there that the program is recording, which can be useful if you don't know what state the system is in. If I were to then change channels, and we'll go to something completely different. This will do, and again hit the record button. You'll notice it now shows us information pertaining to those 2 recordings in the top right hand corner. And again, if I wanted to recall that information at a later stage or find out if the system were actually recording, again I just press the info button, press it once for the main info screen, again, will give me all the program data and information that I need. So that pretty much concludes our video preview. It's a very rough and ready preview, but I'm sure you guys understand. Look, what we're trying to get across here is the clarity of the system. It's a very clear and easy to use system. The EPG is nice. The interface is really nice. You know, it's got a great media player, supports all MKV files, AVI files, and a variety of audio codecs as well. You know, it's got all the functionality that you'd really want from a PVR, and it's cheap. It's really cheap. Look, 319 rec retail, you know, around the trap, should be able to pick it up for around about the $289, $299 mark. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for your time, and hope to see you back in the future.